What's the difference between Tiger Woods and Santa Claus? We've heard them all in the last 12 months, haven't we? And fair enough too. However, at the risk of being accused of defending his conniving, womanising and manipulating just because he's good at golfing, Tiwoo's capacity to continue is almost as amazing as his capitulation. Andrew Gaze, Des Dowling, in the interest of full disclosure, if there's anything you wish to confess, go right ahead. Otherwise, tell me, am I out of line marvelling at Tiger's strength of mind?
Well, you are a little bit, because he hasn't actually come back, has he? As well as he was. He's not playing as well as he was before.
But he's still playing, and he's still number two in the
but
world.
I mean, when you're as good as he is, you'll keep playing. But I don't think he's handled it well in that we're still yet to see him return to full form. And until he does, you can't say that he's handled this well.
I have to marvel with the man, because golf is one of those games, I know myself, I'm going out there and I'm a hack. But even at my level, if I don't go on the golf course playing 18 holes with the full blessing of my wife, I am rubbish out there. You just can't focus, you can't concentrate, you got those guilts going through you.
You're pathetic at home, aren't you?
Unless you had the full blessing on the golf course, and I think it's amongst all golfers, that you're just rubbish. And I think for him to do what he's done with the adversity he's had to deal with, remarkable strength of mind.
So, is Des one of the few Australians, remembering that if it wasn't for Australia, the whole thing would still be a secret? We should be very proud of that fact. One of the few Australians, Des Dowling, that hopes he actually plays badly. You're out on your own here, Des, eh?
Well, look, Mark, I think when we watch this back in the cool light of day, we'll see that I didn't actually say I hope he loses. I said he's not back to where he was, which is fair enough. But it will be an amazing story, but I'm still to be convinced that he's coping with this as well as everyone thinks he is. Because the guy was a freak, a machine, and now he's not where he was. No longer world number one. If he puts in a mediocre performance here, I think you'll be eating humble pie.
Some would say harsh but fair. Another man I've marvelled of late is Kelly Slater, winning a record 10th surfing world title at 38. That's fantastic, isn't it? Took inspiration from our own Stephanie Gilmore, winning her 4th world crown, and dedicated the win to late mate Andy Irons. Superstar.
Definitely a superstar, and Steph Gilmore is another one, is a superstar, but for what he's been able to do for surfing has just been sensational. And when you consider Andy Irons, everything that's associated with that, just a brilliant performance.
As a non-surfer too, you've got to admire the way surfing, despite it's become a very big corporate business like most top sports, but they still seem to have that integrity and a feeling of bonding and mateship that seems to cut through a lot of that, as opposed to other big sports where the stars are very isolated. You've got to admire that in them, something very grounded about surfers.
Good, thank you for that. Now, before the final word, remember you can see more of Andrew and Des along with a heap of other videos, plus have your say on goodoiltv.com. Log on and get involved. Drewy?
It's now time for Australia to stand up and support one of our own. I speak of the great Mark Webber, on the chance he can become another world champion. And he doesn't even have the love and support of his own teammates. So, Australia, get behind our man and get him over the line. This Sunday, I think it is 12 p.m, he needs our love, and we've got to give it to him so we have another Australian sporting icon.
Good luck, Mark Webber.
Here.
Now Mark, I know we're about to wind up.
Yes, we've got to go.
I'm a bit slow, but just, you started off with a joke about Tiger and something about
Santa Claus and the difference between them.
Can you fill me? I'm not...
Truly, it's got to do with ho-ho-hos, but you figure out the rest.
Yes, please. All the best. Bye for now.